Remember when you said you were going to make me seem like an asshole, Jamie?
Well, I think you're doing just a fine job on your own.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Lizard boys here. My name is James Miller, and I'm joined with...
I'm the Queen of England, who is the lizard person.
I'm the Queen of France. I dance around in my underpants.
Oh,
All right.
that's a good one.
Settled. I'm actually Ethan Palmer, the Queen of France.
Yep.
I'm actually Peter O'Donoghue, the Queen of England.
I just wanted to mention that last week we did our extra life, so sorry for the delay. In the episode, we did have a 1 week delay because we were doing sweet stuff for charity. But you can check out that charity link. We'll put that in the description below.
Sure. It's a bold promise, Jamie.
I can do that. I can do that if I remember to do that.
If you Google The Lore Boys and Extra Life, our page should come up. But also, it will be in the description.
Very good.
And please donate. We're just really close to our goal, but not quite there yet.
And also, if you just go to twitch.tv/theloreboys, if you feel like following that page, the link for the charity is there as well.
Yeah.
We might upload the stream to YouTube at some point, but remains to be seen.
Oh, yeah, we'll see about that.
Might need to edit it, because there's some stories I don't want everybody to know about on there, but it was a good time.
Thanks to everyone who showed up. Thanks to everyone who's listening now. We raised a good amount of money for the kids. We hit our goal.
Yep.
Just barely.
We are moments away from also 50,000 downloads, so thank you a ton for
Moments?
that. Moments away, Ethan.
How many moments?
One more call, and then we'll hit our goal.
All right. We're not continuing this podcast until this phone starts ringing.
It's a canned food drive.
Yeah. What's the longest we've gone with just being quiet on this podcast?
16 hours. We had our Twitch stream.
Ethan and I tried. Peter just can't shut up.
Jamie said it. I was just like dead silence, and Peter's just like, well, let me think about this actually, because when you factor in daylight savings time, it's actually
17 hours. What you think about it?
So today we're talking about Gex. It's a game from
Gex.
a while ago.
So I've never played Gex. I'm very uninformed on Gex. You guys mentioned Gex. I was like, cool, let's talk about Gex.
So if someone's never seen it, imagine the first Geico commercial you saw, but the lizard that's trying to sell you insurance is dressed as James Bond and loves television.
Is the lizard from Gex? Is his name Gex? Are we gonna get into this?
I think his name is Gex.
We'll call him Gex. Is it Gex the Geico lizard?
Gex?
He's always been called Gex.
Is it Gex the Geico lizard? Like, are they canonically the same person?
I don't know, but I haven't seen any evidence that they aren't.
So Lore Boys canon.
Lore Boys canon, Gex and Geico take place in the same universe.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think Gex is less...
This episode brought to you by Geico.
If anything, it would have to be... Geico would be his alter ego, because Gex is a very lazy lizard, and this Geico lizard, he seems like he really wants to sell some insurance.
Oh, he wants to offer people the best rates on their insurance. You can save up to 15% by switching to Geico.
Okay.
And this Geico lizard, Gex's alter ego, it sounds like, really wants to make that happen.
Salesman
and he'll
by
do
day, spy by night.
Yeah.
As someone who knows where this is going, I would guess that Gex's uncle was the guy who worked for Geico.
Oh, right.
Okay.
The Geico Gecko, the one who's got the widow's peak. He's going a little bald. He wears like the brown Chesterfield suit.
Yeah.
That insurance.
Yeah. Because all I would think was maybe Gex is so lazy because he's exhausted from selling insurance all day and offering the best value to their customers all day, day in, day out, 7 days a week.
Well, maybe we should get into the story, and then you guys can see how...
I'm pretty happy just, continuing to theorize.
I'm almost done playing Raid
here.
Shadow Legends with this realistic 3D graphics.
Oh my god.
We'll get to this afterwards.
Let me tell you guys about NordVPN, okay?
Dollar Shave Club and Underpants.
You got a moment to talk about Skillshare?
Yeah. I'm just so comfortable on this Casper futon right now.
Just a Casper mattress leaned up against the wall.
It's like a heroin den. Like the folded mattress.
Now that you mention it, our recording studio is a lot like a heroin den.
It's my apartment, so I hope
They're always mad that we're waking them up.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamie. Please proceed.
You guys, if you haven't seen it, you can just picture that. It's like a James Bond lizard. It's an action adventure.
It's a gecko. I think we can say it's a gecko. Like, without the comparison to Geico, I think. Knowing my lizards as an amateur herpetologist, herpetologist by hobby, I'd say it's a gecko.
He never blinks, so he has to lick his eyes to keep them moist. Just like a real gecko.
Yeah, so Gex is in 1995, so you can think of these.
That's old.
Yeah, we were 4, so it's like these games that where you
outed.
You like. These games where you walk around and collect things, basically, and then to open up the door to the next level, stuff like that.
I've never played these games either, but I know that they were always kind of present at Blockbuster when I would go rent stuff with my buddies.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're good. The third one was the most popular, so if you ever did play one, it was probably the third one. But I think I played one or two on the N64.
Did they have hilarious subtitles like Bubsy did?
They actually, there's Gex, then there's Gex Enter the Gecko, and Gex 3 Deep Cover Gecko.
Deep cover gecko.
And all three of them we will be talking about the stories of today.
Very good.
So definitely a gecko is what we're saying.
Yeah.
So what we're
Deep cover
saying is
gecko.
I was right. He is a gecko. Jamie was wrong.
Boom.
He is a gecko.
I never said he wasn't.
Well, there's
was
no way to
implied.
prove that. Yeah, it was implied.
All right.
Remember when you said you were going to make me seem like an asshole, Jamie?
Well, I think you're doing just a fine job on your own.
Exactly.
I don't need you.
Um,
Explain.
so before we get into 1, 2, and 3, I just wanted to talk about the studio that made it. Crystal Dynamics. I don't, have you ever heard
they
of it?
made Tomb Raider.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they're still around. They're still making Tomb Raider.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, cool.
Tomb Raider is still a game. I can confirm.
Yeah.
Yep. So Crystal Dynamics had been most
But you can
known.
get on the Stadia.
Yeah. Crystal Dynamics have been most known for developing Legacy of Kain and Gex.
Yes.
So, do you know what was Legacy of Kain?
Legacy of Kain, there's two as far as I know. One of them is kind of like an isometric Diablo-style game where you play some kind of... I don't know
a
the main
while and
character's
listen.
name. He's like a...
You play Deckard Cain.
Yeah, you do. He's like a vampire guy, and it's very kind of Cthulhu-esque. The guy who plays Frollo, the villain from Hunchback of Notre Dame,
Yeah.
Tony J, he's also Megabyte in Reboot.
Okay.
He plays like this evil eye tentacle monster that you kind of serve.
Nice.
And then Legacy of Kain, it's currently like perpetually on ice because some fucking worthless corporation owns it now that all they want to do is make live service games. I don't know if it's Ubisoft or EA who's got it now.
I think it's Eidos, but
Is Eidos still in it?
I'll get into the history of Crystal Dynamics,
Yeah.
and then that'll. But I honestly,
like-
going into this, I was gonna count on Peter to know what Legacy of Kain was, and I didn't look it up.
Soul Reaver. It's Soul
Yeah.
Reaver, and then Legacy of Kain, I think, is the second one. But
Good.
yeah, something like that.
We're getting to know each other.
Sure, yeah, sure.
I played them on PS1, or at least one of them did.
Yep.
Between bouts of Bruce Willis Apocalypse.
I read books and play D&D.
So, Peter,
guys
you know
are
your
fucking
stuff.
nerds.
You know your stuff, Peter, because that was my next point. I was going to say they made those two games. 2003, they took over Tomb Raider. So
Okay, cool.
you're ahead of me. They were based in San Francisco, and then it was acquired by Eidos in 1998.
Okay, cool.
And Square Enix acquired Eidos in 2009.
That I know.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it became a subsidiary of Square Enix. So it goes Crystal Dynamics, Eidos, Square Enix.
So,
at this point.
so Square owns it.
Yeah.
Owns the IP.
yeah.
Okay.
Which, yeah, equally money grabby.
Yeah, that would explain why we're not getting a Soul Reaver game anytime soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
So
too
the game,
busy on Final Fantasy 14.
honestly, as someone who's really into WoW right now, Final Fantasy 14 looks pretty cool.
I've heard really good things. As
Yeah.
far as MMOs go, I've heard very, very good things
Yeah.
about Final Fantasy 14.
Shadow Sword or Shadow Keep or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
Yeah, the
expansion
new-
just
the new
came out for it. It's
expansion,
supposed to be
yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
Yeah, and there's like these new raids too that you only need like 10 people, which is really much more manageable,
Yeah.
than 40 people.
40 is nuts, dude.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
It was part of the charm of Classic, but it's one of those things that's like, God, it's hard to find 40 people.
We-
but it builds communities like the guild, guild that you're in, where like you do develop these like really strong bonds with people because you're forced to be with that. You need to be friends with 39 people to make this happen, or you need to have a network, I guess.
We have 2 raid groups and we're working on our 3rd in our guild. So,
Of 40 mans?
yeah.
Oh,
Holy shit.
wow.
The second group's doing Anixia right now as we talk.
Oh, cool.
Well, best
So
of luck to them.
Yeah.
so if I start a character, like I'm in the guild level 1, that's cool.
I can
right?
get you into raid group 3 probably.
Okay,
Yeah.
as a level 1, cool. That's
No.
cool. I'm not gonna level it.
Yeah, as soon as you're a 2.
Leveling is the boring part of WoW, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do the rating.
If you log in, I'll let you put yourself on follow to me, and
Okay.
just by through how much I played, eventually you'll hit 60.
I'll
then
never
you
get
can
AoE'd down. That will never happen.
go. No, never, never. So the Gex games, we're talking about Gex.
Yes, sorry. Jamie brought it to World of Warcraft again.
Well, I did. I kind of did. Normally I'd be listening into Group 2's raid, and I'm kind of wondering how they're doing right now. They beat Ragnaros for the first time this week. But anyways, Gex is largely inspired by American TV culture. So he looks like James Bond. He always contributes.
Well, that's British.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's British.
Yeah. He looks like James Bond, but he's into American TV.
Oh,
for
okay,
whatever
okay,
reason.
okay.
Yeah.
Crystal Dynamics, they're an American company?
Yeah.
San Francisco.
San Francisco, yeah.
Right.
I was like, I don't know. I just said
I was like, I asked, and I was like, I don't know. And I was like, oh, wait, he just said this.
So
We're good at podcasting.
Gex, he also contributes to the games with wisecracking remarks laced with media and pop culture references.
Oh boy, I'm sure those games are infinitely
I'm sure they
replayable.
aged well, yeah.
I didn't bother to look them up, but now I wish I had.
Yeah, that's
We'll
it.
watch them afterwards. We'll watch some memes, and then we'll watch...
This new weapon's hotter than Britney Spears.
Oh,
Like,
we gotta watch
was she around in 95? I don't even know.
Not yet.
13.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't... She might have been around. Was she a
think-
child star?
I don't know, no. I don't
Childish
think so.
star?
Another thing we have to watch after this is watch Tom Brady kiss his son.
We do got to watch Tom Brady
Yeah,
kissing his
okay.
son.
Tom Brady.
The pain in Peter's voice when he consented to that.
All
like-
right.
Okay, let me get through this really, really quick. I got to tell it to our listeners. Okay, so Tom Brady's getting a massage. He's on his back. He's shirtless. He's naked. He's got a towel over his junk. There's a personal trainer, and he's rubbing his old pec. And this is for a documentary or something showing the lifestyles of Tom Brady, our wonderful Patriots guy. And then his son comes in, and his son is like, Dad, can I... what did he want to do? He's like, I want to go change my fantasy football lineup. Can you help me with this? And then his dad's like, I'll be there in a second. Give me a kiss. And then the son gives him a kiss on the lips, like a little quick peck. And then Tom Brady's like, nah, come over here. Give me a good one. Meanwhile, he's like naked, towel over his junk, getting a massage. And then,
And like the camera operator has to quickly pan, like, so the towel is not in the shot all of a sudden. Like,
It's that's fucking weird.
and then his son has to give, like, it's not like they're not opening their lips, but it's just like a prolonged...
it was not an open mouth kiss, so that makes it okay.
No, but just to paint a picture.
Yeah.
It's like a prolonged, like a 5-second stick.
5 seconds?
Well, maybe that's
You've got like that sailor and the nurse at the end of
good
World War II, but
Lord.
it's Tom Brady and his son.
yeah. And then, like,
That would be some weird surreal art for this episode.
Gex. Tom Brady kissing a little boy.
yeah. Then this kid like wipes his mouth and then walks out the room, and then Tom has to ask his assistant to help deflate his balls. But
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Speaking of jokes that age well, hey.
yeah. Anyways, that's messed up. I just saw the video today and I can't get it out of my head. So
Go on Live Leak. Watch
I'm
someone
thinking
get,
about Tom Brady kissing his son.
it's so weird.
go on Live Leak. Watch someone get decapitated. That'll purge everything else.
Yeah, you just jam some new horror in there. Don't know which is worse, honestly, but
Yeah. So Gex the Lizard, he appears in
this is relevant.
Yeah, he's an unlockable character in North American and European versions of Hot Shots Golf 2.
Cool.
Okay, wait, he was not,
You can unlock him as a character.
but
He's just a bonus.
he was Gex first. He wasn't the Lizard in Hot Shots Golf 2.
Yeah.
No.
You know what? Yeah,
Okay,
they
yeah.
were just like, you know what we should make with this golfing
Let's make a spin-off game.
Let's make a slacker gecko
Yeah,
spy.
yeah.
No, it was after the fact.
Okay.
Because he was the face of Crystal Dynamics. Like, on their logo is Gex.
Oh yeah.
That's
Is it still?
I'm
I'll
not
Google.
sure because they're Tomb Raider now, so I'd feel like Laura Croft and her triangle titties will be on there.
Oh hell
Yeah,
yeah.
hell yeah, dude.
They made her into a truck, did you see?
Yeah. I was going to say exactly that. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, no one's gonna know what we're talking about.
No,
in
the
a year.
The logo, it just says Crystal Dynamics.
Okay.
I'm really
In
hoping that we
letters.
can do nothing but make dated references.
Triangle titties as a truck is because Elon Musk let out a truck and had a demo this week that made his stock plummet, and it looks like an old warthog from Halo. But anyways, Gex was in Hot Shots Golf 2 and also in Mad Dash Racing as an unlockable character.
I've never heard of
Not a
Mad
maker.
Dash Racing.
It's like a racing game, but mad dashing.
Okay, cool.
But you dash madly.
Yeah.
While racing.
Okay.
So you're racing, but you also have the option to dash, but you can only dash if you're doing it madly.
Okay.
So Gex 1, 2, and 3, how many million copies do you think it sold?
Combined,
Yeah,
if he was their mascot,
on all systems.
it probably sold a hell of a lot.
5.6.
I'm going to say 10 million overall for the series.
Put them together, guys. 15.
15 million?
Really?
Damn, dude.
15 million.
That's good sales.
That's really
Gex
good.
3
For
was-
95? Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Well, it goes all the way to the last game in 1999, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, still.
Yeah.
Like, game systems back in the day cost, like, in today's dollars, they were like $850, like the
Which is
SNES.
disgusting,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like Gex is one of those games that people like kind of know about because of this.
You've played it, right?
I've played it. I rented it for I think my N64 or my PS1. It's so long ago I can't remember.
So 95, the N64 came out in 97 or 96.
I got my Sega Genesis when I was 5 and my N64 when I was 7.
So that would have been 1998.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So I would have played it late.
I think 97 or 90. Yeah, 97 maybe ish. But so Gex 1, I don't know if you looked this up, and I might be just like throwing you a big curveball here.
Yeah.
But do you know what systems it launched for? Or was it?
It's PS1, right?
I'm not sure. I know it was on PS1. But
Gex 1 was on PS1.
I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
on the Pizzone.
The one
Was
that
the Pizzone out in 95?
I don't know.
But
I
the one
wouldn't have thought
you guys
so.
are looking at that 50 million, right? What it sold the most on was Gex 3 that came out in 1999.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
wondering what system the first one was out on. No,
Yeah.
I've forgotten
know.
about that. But it's just because I don't know if the PS1 was out in 95. That seems like way too...
Google it while
Long
I
ago.
say this next sentence.
Jamie, pull up the clip.
Yeah.
By which I mean Ethan, because Jamie's hosting.
So yeah, Gex sold a combined total of 50 million copies, over 15 million, and Gex 3 was the best selling, shipping over 6 million copies. And it also became the best-selling PlayStation adventure game of 1999.
This is fucking this is nuts. I don't know a single person other than you who's ever played a Gex game. And there's like 15 million copies out there, like haunting used game stores now?
It's since the lizard people are running our society. They just
that's
bought
true.
them all in bulk and kept them to themselves.
Yeah, artificially inflated.
Yeah.
Like they do with those like airport like Christian novels.
It does
Like
it does
one
go
church buys 100,000.
it really does go to show you how much people will fucking eat up dumb vacuous pop culture references though.
Yeah.
Like looking at you, Family Guy, like
Yes.
just like if you just mention stuff and people are like, oh my god, I know that. Like
Yeah.
just like they'll buy that shit.
Oh, Stewie, Brian.
If you like Family Guy, that's fine.
No.
It's a critique of Family Guy, none of you.
Yeah.
PlayStation 1 came out in 1994.
Wow.
So, yeah,
There
I
you
know. I'm very surprised.
So it probably happened. And as we've said in the past,
It was my ankle.
Yeah.
I don't know if it came through on the mics, but my foot made it sound like a party noise.
sounded like Ethan just ripped a new asshole.
The biggest ass.
Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of people taking in vacuous pop culture references, that says a lot for Gex himself as a character. And
Okay.
Gex 1 in 1995, this is how it starts. Gex and his family lived in Maui, Hawaii.
Okay.
Cool.
Beautiful location.
Yep, so you got... And it's a
Our
lizard...
geckos are probably native there, yeah.
Yep,
Aloha, Gex.
it's a lizard family, too.
Well, what does that mean?
Hello and goodbye.
Hello and goodbye, Gex? Why are you saying hello and goodbye? It doesn't make sense to say hello and goodbye at
I'm
the
just
same
passing
time.
through. I opened up a screen door and he's drinking out of a pineapple.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, goodbye. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you say when someone's drinking out of a pineapple and
I
walking
need to
through a
use his
screen door.
washroom.
So his Gex is still a child at this point, and he's living with his mother and his three siblings, and his father is
Lex,
away.
Dex, and Max, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Huex, Luex, and Duex.
And so these guys his mother, three siblings are living in Hawaii. His father is away working at NASA. 'Cause-
Cool.
Okay,
They
yeah.
have like a bunch of space shit on the islands. Though.
Yeah.
Like, why is he away? Where is he?
Where at NASA, though? Like, is he working at
Florida?
Like, Cape Canaveral? Is he working, like, ground control,
he's
Austin?
not in Hawaii,
Or
and he's
Houston.
working at NASA, is what we know.
Okay, so Houston or Hawaii, or Cape Canaveral, most likely.
Or on the moon.
Or maybe on the moon, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, totally off topic, but a super cool fact I learned about Neil Armstrong today.
Yeah.
The records of what Neil Armstrong's, the personal effects that he brought to the moon are completely lost. And there was a while where he left, like, the expedition to go off for a bit, and, like, there's no record of what he did.
What?
But most people think he left his late daughter's bracelet in a crater on the moon.
Oh no.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing though? Like,
I mean,
It's-
honestly that's kind of really cool for her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I was dead and someone left my necklace on the fucking moon,
Hell
I
yeah,
think,
like,
that'd
yeah.
be great. Actually,
Yeah, he probably left it there as a memory, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Like, no one can ever reach these heights, and you have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like like bittersweet, but like I thought that was like such an amazing thing. Like, and it's not confirmed obviously because
Yeah.
like he's passed away and like the records are gone. Nobody knows what he brought with him.
Neil
to the
Armstrong
moon.
died?
Yeah, he's He passed away a few years ago, I think.
Shit.
Buzz Aldrin's still kicking.
Buzz Aldrin's
punching
still kicking.
journalists. I
Yeah,
think.
punching Nazis.
Yeah.
No,
Punching moon conspiracy.
He was a conspiracy theorist. He's not a Nazi. Yeah.
Told him you didn't land on the moon. You punched him in the face.
Yeah, just he really deserved it though. Watch Buzz Aldrin punch, and Tom Brady kisses his son.
Yeah.
You guys want to see?
You got some homework tonight.
Tom Brady's son.
Yeah.
Watch Tom Brady kiss a moon conspiracy theorist on the mouth while getting a massage.
Damn it! I punched Tom Brady's son and kissed Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
Shit, it happened again. So
What a mess that scene would be.
one day, Gex's mother gets a phone call saying that Gex's father and his coworkers had died in a rocket explosion.
Oh no!
So probably
they
Cape
got
Canaveral.
Apollo 11.
Would have been Cape Canaveral.
Yeah.
Was it Apollo 13? No, Apollo 13 is a Tom Hanks movie.
Your guess is as good as that.
Challenger blew up on re-entry, but there was one that blew up on its way out. Like a couple seconds later.
There's a couple that have,
Yeah.
but manned ones I'm not sure.
Okay.
So this would leave any kid really in a bad place, right? So what did Gex do? He bottled up his emotions and started to watch TV.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so he just week after week would watch.
He started hanging. Yeah. He started hanging out on 4chan. Like.
Yeah.
2006 4chan or like current 4chan.
Just picture
They're both bad.
like a big leather chair.
Yeah, when I was 14, I didn't know better.
Yeah.
You're telling me.
A beautiful island, and he is just sitting in the dark in a leather chair with just the glow of a TV on his face.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Like it's like in The Simpsons where his shadow gets like burned into the wall behind him.
Oh, yeah.
From like sitting there watching TV for too long. Yeah.
Basically that, yeah.
Okay,
So
Jesus.
he's really, really into the TV, and and this never really gets resolved either. That's just how.
Yeah,
it is
no,
now.
his father dies. He clearly has a mother who's too busy raising 4 kids on her own to give him the time of day, which is understandable. She's lost someone too, but he's just internalizes all these problems and just bottles them up and like never goes to therapy.
No, and there's no resolution. Like the rest of the 3 games is just about Gex loving TV.
Hell yeah, dude.
Right.
I mean, the truth of it is, TV is better than counseling. So
I'd say so.
if you're having emotional problems, just turn on the tube and forget it all. Just let the sound of it just drown out the voices in your head.
That's it. That's it. Whenever you kick the bad guy's ass in the last scene or whatever, you can just kick him from behind you, stick out your thumbs, and go, "Hey!"
Yeah. No, you turn around and you punch him, but like downwards, like you would do to a jukebox.
Yeah,
And you go,
yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, he is the cat to your Alf.
Yeah, exactly.
Delicious is what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm finally eaten. I love the last episode of Alf where he finally eats that cat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like 30 minutes of the
just
gore.
goring out on it.
It's weird.
Just like teething away at the sinew and
The true last episode of Alpha is even weirder. Doesn't he get like arrested by the FBI and then no one ever got any resolution because the show got canceled?
Something like
yeah,
that.
I do remember that.
Something fucked up like that.
So speaking of no resolution, Gex doesn't get a resolution to his father's death.
Yeah.
He's just into TV. One day his mom says, "Hey, we got great news." So before that, week after week, Gex is watching TV. His mother's like, "We got to do something about this."
He's watching too much TV, this kid.
Yeah, so she sold the TV.
What am I supposed to do? Talk to him?
Sell the TV.
Yeah.
So the only thing that he loves, we're going to sell that. And this infuriated Gex so much that he left his home and never returned.
Oh, was it like that WoW freakout kid who puts a remote control up his butt?
Pretty much, except he's a lizard, and he maybe put the TV remote up his butt.
Okay, cool.
And it didn't turn the TV on because there was no TV anymore.
Right, because it's been sold.
Oh,
Now I
right,
understand.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she sold the TV without the remote. Somebody's going to be pissed when they get that thing home.
So Gex moves out, and he lives in his friend's garage, and he takes odd jobs and just watches TV.
God, he's such a fucking bum.
Yeah, he
in the
sounds like a
garage.
bum.
What is he like? What is he like? Going to condemned like crack dens and pulling copper wire out of the walls?
Yeah.
Is that the game?
He's sitting on
yeah.
Casper.
The puzzle is how much money can you fucking squeeze out of this
exactly.
fucking abandoned
He's sitting on
house.
Casper mattresses folded in half against a wall. Yeah.
Like it's I kind of think of him, like every town, at least every town that's like not super affluent has like the scrap metal guy with his like
Yeah.
pickup truck with all the ovens in it.
I mean, you say
Is
not
that-
even affluent. Like, they have those in Montreal.
Is that Gex?
Yeah, pretty much. He's just doing odd jobs. So yeah.
I did have this very different image where it was like, oh, it's like a sexy lizard spy who's wearing a tuxedo from the box art, and
yeah, that's all I knew.
I had no idea he was like a bum who loved TV and just like.
So that's where we get to our next point. One day, Gex's mother found him and had fantastic news. Gex and his family had inherited over $20 billion from his late Uncle Charlie from Geico.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
He's not from Geico in the game, but we figured it out.
Loreboy's canon.
Yeah.
That 15% you save is going towards
$20 billion.
some like now soon to be spoiled rich kid who's gonna bum around on people's couches. So.
Charlie's been embezzling it.
Yeah. Yeah. So with the money, Gex moves back to Hawaii, buys a mansion, and gets the biggest TV he can.
Okay.
Yeah. And back in 1996, it was like, wow, 22 inches. Gex.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, man. It took 6 guys to move it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
900 pounds.
Yep. So now we're at the end of the game booklet or wherever this lore comes from, and this is the beginning of the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is just it. Is he even a spy? I know nothing about Gex, but I'm just like,
yeah,
I'm getting taken for a ride right now. I'm enjoying it.
How can we just start here in his fucking mansion?
His dad dies in a rocket accident. The mysterious Uncle Charlie gives him billions of dollars.
He presumably gets $4 billion. If the mom splits it evenly with her and her kids, which is more than anyone should have.
Yeah.
I've ranted about this before, and I won't get into it again, but. And now he's just like, I bought the biggest house. I have a mansion in Hawaii, and like, come at me.
I just watched TV, yeah.
Come at me, problems. I'm going to solve them for your video game.
Yep.
Cool.
So as seen in the game's opening, Gex is watching his enormous TV, sitting in his chair in a suit, and a fly buzzed in and around his head. And Gex's tongue shoots out, grabs that fly, and swallows it.
$4 billion, he's still eating bugs, eh?
Yeah. Yep. Well, that was a valuable bug, because unknown to Gex, the fly was actually a metallic transmitter.
Okay.
Suddenly,
it was a bug.
Oh, it's a spy bug.
It was the Reds have bugs in the walls.
It was a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly, Gex's remote jammed, and the TV went blank.
Well, he won't like this. I spent $4 billion on that TV.
It's my face.
What was the cutting edge?
It didn't come with a remote.
What's the cutting edge, like LCD TVs back then or something like that?
Plasma or whatever.
Was plasma around in
Plasma.
95?
Oh no, it was those fucking CRT projector TVs.
Yeah,
they were like
the rear projection,
like twice as heavy as a regular CRT.
Yeah,
the one that and this. Never mind. I was gonna say the one that Corey Burcham had in his house, but nobody listening at home is gonna know who that is.
It was a big, boxy, heavy TV in a childhood friend's home.
Yeah.
Suddenly,
all his dad did was watch NASCAR on it.
Yeah, I do remember that.
A friend of mine had the same thing, but his dad would play Gran Turismo.
His dad
for him,
just like for projector TVs, old dudes in cars.
I guess.
All right, well.
He would wear his denim jacket, drink his 0.5% beer, and yell at the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a real redneck Vankly Kill that we're talking about
here. Yeah. So suddenly it jams, the TV goes blank, and a huge hand shoots out of the screen and grabs Gex by his neck.
Oh, no.
And it gets poltergeisted. It gets pulled into the TV.
Pulled into the media dimension.
Oh. And he's like, now he's king shit here. He's like, oh, I know your guys' shit. And they're like, I don't know what's happening on Channel 3 because I'm from Channel 5.
Yeah.
Cool. This is much more surreal and strange than I had imagined.
Than a lizard living in a mansion.
I was thinking lizard spy, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it. They're cold-blooded. Can't be picked up on infrared.
Word.
They have prehensile tongue, which they can use to reach like difficult buttons to press.
He's a gecko. He can stick to the ceiling.
Yeah. If an enemy chases him, he can just ditch his tail. Yep. That's a decoy.
Exactly.
So, speaking of cold...
6 months cooldown on that ability.
Yeah, cold lizards. This one, the one who pulled him in was the Cold Claw belonging to Rez, the overlord of the media dimension, who had intended to make Gex his new mascot and conquer the world through propaganda, I guess.
Okay,
it's not really mentioned.
Pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah. But, so, Rez, the bad guy, I looked him up. He's a bipedal lizard that looks like he's a half cyborg. Like, he's got a metal face, but you can see he's got, like, the green scales, like, around his shoulders and legs and stuff. But it's, like, a lot of his pieces are switched out for metal pieces.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, he's from the media dimension, so I guess that's why he's a cyborg.
Okay.
Okay, so is cyborg... Is the Borg part of it just any genetic material, or is it exclusively humans? Is a dog with a prosthetic, like, a robot arm, a cyborg? Or is
Oh,
it
like a cyborg dog?
or like a Psy dog?
I wasn't even sure the Borg was the
Well, cyber would be
cyber. Okay.
the technical, right?
Oh,
The
cyber
the
organism, probably.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
yeah.
I said Borg, but it was probably Org.
Yeah.
Cyberorg.
So asked and answered.
Well, we're guessing based on what we know
no,
about
that's
English.
that's science. That's how they come to these things.
Don't
for
you
sure.
fucking Google it, listeners, and send it to us. We got that on our
No,
own.
please do. We love it when you interact with us.
Yeah, I can't even
For
remember.
other reasons, not the cyborg thing. We solved that puzzle.
I can't remember things that I've said 30 seconds ago, but we figured that out.
You said res.
Yeah, no, they're from San Francisco, apparently. Yeah. So Rez, he's the bad guy. He brings him in.
So he wants Gex to be the mascot of the media dimension?
Yeah, we don't really.
He's like, I can't do it. I got this weird, gross robotic arm.
Yeah. So that's his motivations, but Gex is just kind of dropped into one channel, and then this is where the game really begins.
Okay.
And he
Is the
just.
first boss Regis Philbin?
I don't know any of the bosses, but yes, I hope so.
Lore Voice Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
Second boss is Pat Sajak.
yeah. And at 50% health, Pat Sajak summons Vanna White, and then you have to fight both of them.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, you actually get his health bar all the way to 0, and then it refills.
Oh, it's like the Twin Princes in Dark Souls.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
technically 50%, but like it not
Pat
visually.
Sajak crawling around.
Yeah,
Vanna White on his back.
Who's the old guy on The Price is Right from before?
Bob Barker.
Bob
Yeah,
Barker,
so it's Bob Barker, and once you kill him, his skin peels apart, and Drew Carey crawls out.
Homer Simpson's a boss.
Yeah.
We're clearly showing our age, which Jamie dropped earlier, which is 28, and like we don't know what the fuck was on TV in 1995. I know The Price is Right was
Guaranteed.
I'm pretty sure Wheel of Fortune was.
Absolutely.
Probably, yeah.
for sure.
Simpsons was totally on as well. You said
Simpsons
Yeah.
was on, yeah.
So, without knowing too much
Regis
about...
Philbin, though? I don't know. I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he must have done something before Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, right?
Well, he did The
must have.
View. That was his whole thing. He has his morning show before the...
That was Regis and Kelly. wasn't
Live
Yeah.
with Regis and Kelly, that was after.
it? After
Oh,
Millionaire.
not The
After
View, sorry.
Millionaire.
Meredith took over Millionaire.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what he did before Millionaire, but I'm sure he did something because he came in like... I'm sure he was like, this is our celebrity host.
Next week,
Regis
how about
Philbin.
you do
The,
Regis
the
Philbin?
lore
Yeah.
of Regis Philbin? Yeah.
I've got one weird factoid quickly just about Regis Philbin.
Sure.
Just I'll get through this quickly.
Oh, you don't want to save this for the Regis Philbin episode?
His son, I remember his son worked at the Pentagon and got hurt on 9/11 in that when the plane crashed into the building.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was reading a lot of stories this morning of people who were heroes in 9/11. But anyway, I'm going to keep getting off on a tangent. I want to talk about Gex.
Was Gex a hero on 9/11?
Well, it's an episode about dumb, like, consumerist media stuff, and
Yeah.
we're being dumb consumerist media whores right now.
I guess so, yeah.
we're in character, okay?
So now is the game, right? He gets pulled in. He has to go through different remotes in different... He has to find hidden remotes in different channels, I guess.
Okay, so the Mario classic, like
Stars.
Grass World, Fire World, Ice World, Desert World.
I can
is
tell you them.
Different channels, right?
It's Disturbing Cemetery, Odd Cartoon Land, Enormous Jungle, Ancient
What
Chinese...
channel is Disturbing Cemetery?
Also,
welcome to
Land.
welcome to
Yeah.
the Goth Network.
Yep.
Like,
Odd Cartoon Land is great.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start calling my apartment.
I mean, that's Adult Swim, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
Yeah.
Ancient Chinese Village.
Well, I don't like that channel.
I'm sure that level's aged well.
Yeah.
Mysterious Planet X. Rezopolis, which is probably where Rez is from.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, Rezopolis. Okay.
The
I was thinking residential.
and that's the
Opolis.
capital of the media dimension. So it's not said that it's channels, but I kind of just projected that onto it, much as an old CRT projector TV would project.
As
onto
much
the
as I
front.
don't know what Gross Cemetery would be as a channel,
Yeah.
I don't know what Chinese Village would be as not a channel. You know what I mean? Like that has to be a channel that's getting picked up that is in Chinese because they're in Hawaii, so they're getting something from Japan.
Oh yeah, it's like accidental. Like
Yeah.
accidental, like
Yeah, we're putting like these could just be all the sets of a million different places, right? We're
Yeah.
putting channel onto it. Right
Yeah,
now,
exactly. It's the levels. It's the desert level, the
Yeah.
Mushroom Kingdom level.
Fire, desert, China.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird graveyard.
Classic Mario
Yeah.
formula.
Fire, desert, China, goth.
Cemetery.
Cemetery.
So Gex gets all the way to the media dimension capital, Rezopolis, and collects all the hidden remotes on the way.
Only
And-
if you're good at the video game.
Yeah.
If you're not good at the video game, he doesn't do any
Listen,
of
if
these
you
things.
can't 100% Gex, you turn this podcast off right now.
As someone who's never played, as two people who've never played Gex before.
That seems like a weird limitation to set up, though. If we did every episode like that, oh, well, if you're not good, stop the podcast.
No, stop the podcast right now.
Going forward, every fucking episode, like, I don't know, like, I'll do another BattleTech episode one day, and I was like, listen, if you can't 100% Gex, you turn off this fucking
It's just Gex,
right now.
Like, 5% of our viewers could listen to the whole Dark Souls thing. Like,
Yeah.
No, it's just Gex, JP.
Just Gex.
Gex for every game.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, like, if you could beat Gex, you can listen to Dark Souls episode, no problem.
It's a precursor game.
But if you can't 100% Gex, get out of here with the Dark Souls
All right, there's
episode.
15 million copies out there. I don't know how many are still in good condition.
There can't be that many people on Earth.
You find them.
Certainly not.
So Gex makes it to Emperor Rez's inner sanctum, and he battles him head to head
Oh, he's
using.
an emperor now.
Yeah.
What's the attack in this game? Is it like a stompy platformer like actual Mario, or
No, it's probably like press circle to spin.
Does he
So
have a gun?
I played what I think was the third one, and you walk around in 3D, and then there's our platforms,
Yeah.
and I think you had a laser gun,
okay?
but it's been so long that
Okay.
I couldn't remember.
Okay.
Yeah. Using one of his own mechanical bugs, like Emperor's bugs, Gex defeats him. So he makes him swallow his own bug, I guess, and then
Okay, so it's like he shoots something at you, you press circle to spin and knock it back at him, kind of thing. Yeah.
yeah. Whenever the little shrub comes out and shoots a Deku nut at you, you bring your shield up.
Yeah, exactly. Or when you fight Ganon at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Ganondorf. I think.
Emperor Rez transforms into a ball of energy and escapes.
Okay.
Oh, that's a weird twist.
Finn. End of Gex 1.
Finn.
So, wait, Finn? Wait, is he still in the TV? Did he get out?
He escapes. He will be the bad guy in the other 2 games.
No, Gex himself.
Oh, we assume he does, yeah.
Okay, so that presumably the setup in Gex 2 is he's going to get pulled into. He's going to eat another metallic fly and get pulled into another television, another $4 billion television screen.
Guys, this I have to be clear, transparent about this. This is the first time I think I've written an episode a week in advance and not thought about it since I wrote it.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot what happens in Gex 2, so I'm going through this with you.
Sick.
Okay, very good.
2 years later, it's 1998. It's actually 3 years later in real life, but 2 years later in the game. Gex is still living in Maui, and
It was a development cycle, not the release cycle.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and he greatly enjoys watching TV still.
Okay, so he definitely got
Despite
out
the
of
fact
TV.
I was almost killed in my TV 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I just can't.
Yeah.
Just can't shake it.
Well, I mean, yeah,
He conquered it.
that's
That's
it.
true. He did beat Lord Media.
Nothing makes you feel alive more than coming so close to death.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yep. Maybe he just wants to join his father, really, and then he's kind of putting himself back in front of it, and he knows there is a risk. It's like self-harm kind of thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
It's dangerous behavior. I don't know.
Yeah. He needs help, is what
Gex
we're
is
saying.
about addiction.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
he
it.
needs-
Saying.
He needs help. Like the
No,
whole
yeah,
way
that's
through.
it.
On the
Like
subject of
suicidal
the-
ideation, maybe, but yeah.
Yeah. Crystal dynamics never really helped this man, but
No, yeah.
or this lizard. Eventually, every day starts to seem like the same day over and over again.
Is it Groundhog Day?
No. He's just watching.
It becomes his favorite movie on TV.
Yeah.
It plays once and then it never
Sure.
stops playing.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
It's the only thing that's ever on TV, every channel.
That's why it feels like the same day.
Yeah.
Because he's watching Groundhog Day 24 hours a day.
Yeah, somebody just like put it on VCR mode or like DVD mode, and then he never knew to switch it back. He's like, every channel
doesn't
it's
have
the
a
same
remote.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He's great at finding them, can't use them.
Yeah.
So, he's just getting bored. He's on the verge of insanity even from watching TV all day, every day.
Makes sense.
One day, the TV goes blank for a few seconds, and then flashes Emperor
Does he like
Rez's.
snap back to reality, like sweat and puke on himself, and just like remember where he is?
Yeah, he might as well. And then Emperor Rez is flashing on the screen.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that can't be good.
This like cyborg lizard. So right away, 2 government agents show up at Gex's house, knock on the door, and they ask for Gex's help. Gex like, nah, I'm busy. I gotta watch.
I'm busy watching this weird guy that I made eat a bug once flash on my television screen.
I'm pretty busy having my TV
And then he
threatening me.
says, I've already saved the universe once. Imagine knocking on the guy's door. He's watching TV, he only watches TV all day.
Just sitting there in his underpants, like old pizza boxes just like strewn about him. Like
Ankle deep in empty cans.
it's just the Netflix sign. Like, are you still watching?
Yeah, I've saved the world already.
No, I'm good.
We need
Yeah.
you,
I'm good.
Gex, now more than ever.
And then one of the agents beats Gex over the head with a crowbar, knocking him unconscious.
Okay.
Okay.
Classic.
Yeah, it's secret agents. They've got a lot of technology, so they used a crowbar.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, most spies...
Their technology is so advanced. How did they get metal so hard?
When did Half-Life 1 come out?
1998.
This is in 1998, so maybe they used a crowbar.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, most spies are shanghaied into the industry, actually.
Right, yes. Yeah.
Oh, from the Chinese channel?
The Chinese
Yeah,
channel.
from the Chinese channel. Yeah. Chinatown channel, yeah.
Yeah. So they knock him out. When he wakes up, he realizes he's in an interrogation room. And the two agents ask Gex what he knows about Emperor Rez. What do you know about Emperor Rez? And who's the good cop?
I'll be a good cop.
Okay.
What do I say? Hey, man, look, like, we're on your side here, Gex. I'm, like, sick of being here, honestly. I want to go home and watch some TV. Do you like TV, Gex?
Yeah, and then Gex says, yeah, I love TV. And then he tells him everything he knows about Emperor Rez.
Cracked immediately.
Yeah, like there was nothing. Like he just said everything right away. And then they ask him for his help.
It's almost like he's not a sleeper cell enemy of the state, and he's just like, no, I do want to help, but I also want to just go home and watch
Just
TV.
like,
Yeah,
take care of that.
You don't have to yell at me, bad cop. Like, this is weird. I'll help, and then I'll go home.
You're gonna tell us everything you know.
Yeah.
You're never leaving here. It's like, I'll tell you, man. He's like, all right.
I've done nothing wrong. Should I call a lawyer? I didn't think I was a suspect here.
All I said is I didn't want to save the universe again, and then you hit me with a crowbar.
I feel like I'm the one who's been wronged here.
I'm taking you to court.
Yeah.
I have $4 billion.
Yeah. You better be ready for the legal shitstorm of your life, my man.
Yeah, so Gex tells him everything, and then they ask him for his help, and then one of the agents reaches under the table and pulls out a briefcase full of cash and a secret agent suit. Gex agrees to help them. So I don't know why the cash is anything.
More money, you say?
Maybe he's like ordering a lot of pay-per-view. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he ordered Groundhog Day 24 times a day for...
He's got
Yeah.
$4 billion really burns away when you watch that much Bill Murray.
Well, he kept calling it like Bill Murray's private number to see if he can get him to come to his house and do a live reenactment. That's why Bill Murray's so hard to get in movies. He's so often at Gex's place in
He's the next
Maui.
celebrity I'm going to harass to come on the show.
Yeah.
We did Nick Cannon, Elon Musk.
That's why he was missing for the whole middle part of Space Jam.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
He was
Okay.
helping out Gex.
He was helping out
That was
Gex.
probably around the same year. So...
Wait. Okay. Was Danny DeVito the voice of the Monstar boss?
Yeah.
He was. I remembered him saying, I don't remember Dan Aykroyd being in this. I was like, that was Danny DeVito's voice that said that.
Of course, it's also not Dan Aykroyd. It's fucking Bill Murray.
No, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's the joke, but it's just, as a child, I never knew who Danny DeVito was, but as an adult, I very much know who Danny DeVito was, and I'm remembering the voice and saying, that was Danny DeVito in that role, wasn't
I didn't know that, actually.
He's like Phil from Hercules as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that I did.
Go
Yeah.
Latiasis.
Sorry, I just had a really weird moment in my head right now. I like puked all over myself and woke up sweating, like came out of a fugue state. Yeah,
And Perez is showing up in the sound waves.
exactly.
Yeah. So so they ask for his help. Then one of the agents reaches under the table, gives him money and the secret agent suit. He agrees. Then the two agents give him a map, and they say they want Emperor Rez to disappear, in quotations, instructing him to hide the body between Jimmy Hoffa's and Spud McKenzie's.
Great.
What is the reference?
Jimmy Hoffa was like a union worker
Okay.
who like was disappeared at some point.
Yeah.
Like, so weirdly enough, the new movie that came out, The Irishman,
Yeah.
stars somebody playing Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh,
But he was
okay.
like a union boss who got too big for his britches at some point, and like the conspiracy is like the government took him out.
Okay.
Fucking
And Spuds McKenzie was a beer mascot
It's
who was a dog.
It's a dog beer
and
mascot.
like
Yeah.
stopped being the mascot one day, and like, did the dog die, or did they just like change marketing campaigns? But it was this whole thing like, oh, Spuds McKenzie's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, funnily enough, Ted Cruz, the Republican senator, like Trump had said
Tweeted porn.
He did do that.
He did tweet.
But
He was trying to look it up.
fucking Trump said something about Ted Cruz being the murderer, the Black Dahlia murderer or whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
The Zodiac killer?
The Zodiac killer.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Yeah.
That was the big thing with Ted Cruz.
And then Ted Cruz just like turned around. He's like, "Yeah, actually, the president is correct. I am the Zodiac killer, and Jimmy Hoffa's buried in the front yard." He just like came back with that. So he's just like someone who was disappeared, like back in the past for like
So
with the
hide
mob
bet-
and the
yeah.
government. So
Yeah.
that's why.
Hide behind the two missing things.
Yeah.
Hide Bury him
Two
in El
very,
Dorado.
very media pop culture-y references to dead bodies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Gex
That's
goes.
an evergreen reference.
It's on brand.
Gex goes into the media
I don't know about
dimension,
Spud McKenzie.
and he navigates through several channels: Toon TV, Scream TV, Rocket Channel, Circuit Central, Kung Fu Theater, the Prehistory Channel.
I love how
Resopolis.
Chinatown has become Kung Fu Theater now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Channel Z.
Those movies are pretty good though.
Yeah.
I love a good Kung Fu flick.
man.
Same.
A good 70s, 80s Kung Fu flick,
Hong
man.
Kong cinema.
Oh my
dudes.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drunken Master.
So Gex navigates through Resopolis once again, and he fights Rez again. And
Fred Reznor of Nine Inch Nails?
Did they make
Whoa.
rerun puns?
Emperor Rez, probably.
Oh my god.
Might as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So the way that Gex beats him is he drops a giant TV on Emperor Rez's head.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't believe it took this long to happen. But
Yeah. Emperor Rez
Does it
once
have a picture of an anvil on
Yeah.
the screen?
take $4 billion worth of rear projection CRT, my dude.
Yep. So once again, Rez turns into a ball of energy, and he this time he's trapped in the same TV that Gex drops on him, and then Emperor Rez begs Gex to let him out of the TV, and even bribes him, but Gex turns the TV off.
He's already had one bribe today.
Yeah.
From the government.
Yeah.
The government?
The government?
Do you guys know the Pandemonium video games? Have you ever heard of these? I don't know them. So the way the game ends is Gex is last seen in a hotel room with Nikki from the Pandemonium video games. So I don't know. I just
Seen with another
Sure,
a character from another video game?
yeah.
You can keep talking. I'll do another Google while you talk thing.
Cool. So I guess she would just be the attractive love interest, and that would be that. So next up, that's Gex 1. He goes through all of the media dimensions. He inherits a bunch of money, and he beats Emperor Rez, goes away. Emperor Rez comes back.
Flashing on the TV.
Yes.
Gets abducted by the CIA.
Hits him over the head.
Has
Gives
to
him
stage
money
a
in
coup in TV land,
Yeah.
the South American country.
all for money in a suit.
Yeah.
And then he once again beats him, and then goes off to a hotel with Nikki from Pandemonium.
I have never in my life, I'm looking at pictures of Pandemonium right now, I've never in my life seen a picture of the Pandemonium video game.
Is Nikki there?
Cover art, I assume so. She's like a redhead with a bob and like...
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's there for sure. That's definitely her. It's a PS1 title from Crystal Dynamics.
Oh, it's from Crystal Dynamics.
That makes sense for the crossover.
Yeah.
Crystal Dynamics and maybe PAL? I don't know.
Yep. So the last we see of Emperor Rez is he's on the TV and the TV gets shut off, but once again he escapes because he does come back on the third.
So yeah, he disappears into another.
Speaking of dated references, do you remember that children's PSA with the TV that wanted you to go play outside?
That's a Canadian one only.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
Planet Danger?
Get that cat
No,
off
not
my head.
Astar.
Oh,
Yeah,
somebody get this
that cat off
my
my head.
So go outside. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That kind of, it's just been telling kids to go outside through the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first iteration. That was like the pilot of the Netflix "Are You Still Watching" thing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Astar from Planet Danger was like
We've talked about all these before.
specifically
I'm
for like
sure.
industrial accidents. Like don't
No,
play.
it was
It's
war
just-
amps.
it was just pricey.
Don't stick your hand in a lawnmower, kid.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
You don't know
cool.
what's going to happen.
Yeah, if you see a bunch of machinery, don't fuck around.
Yeah.
Gex 3, Deep Cover Gecko, 1999. So we're the ripe age of 8 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The millennium's coming up fast.
The
Ethan's-
30th anniversary of the sexiest year of the 20th century.
It's 8 years old.
Nice.
Ethan is
Nice.
fully grown at this point. He's the same size at 8 years old as he ever will be.
Yeah, that was it.
6'1".
I am not small. I was freakishly large.
Okay.
As gangly as I am today, I was ganglier then.
11 years yet to fill out.
So after defeating Emperor Rez a second time, Gex retreats back to his mansion once again, and is looking after by his newly hired butler, a tortoise named Alfred.
Why'd you say
That's a weird way to
tortoise?
say tortoise.
Tortoise.
That's a really weird way to say the word tortoise,
My pop filter,
which is a normal English human word.
my pop filter was in
Tortoise.
front of my phone, so I like had to use my computing power to move my phone.
You're ad-libbing. It was like everything but the E, like Tortois. You're like, what could this word be? Tortoise.
Well, before
Tortoisian.
we turned on this, I tried to say Gex, and I went Gex, Gex, Gex. So the
We have fun here.
the tortoise named
We
Alfred.
sure do have fun here, laughing at each other's mistakes.
So Gex,
We're professional podcasters.
I guess he's getting older, Gex, because right now he's watching the news.
Oh yeah, he's a boomer now.
Yeah. And then Agent
Just
X.
24 hours a day, Fox News, fucking
sorry.
mainline it into his veins, like.
So
I didn't mean to bother that one guy. No hard R. He's a boomer.
Yeah.
Agent Extra contacts him through his TV. So I was trying to figure out who the love interest was before the podcast, and Agent Extra, you'd think it'd be another lizard, animated, maybe it would be a mechanical lizard like Rez. No, it is just a
busty blonde babe.
A busty
and I
blonde.
assume this is like a Command and Conquer Red Alert situation
And
where
it's
like
live action.
the cutscenes are live action.
It's live action. Yeah, it's live action.
So it's just this sexy blonde babe with a lizard. And she's just like talking to a lizard on her hand.
Yeah. So
this is Lore Boys canon. I've never played the game.
Picture. I got a screenshot before this. Picture a TV in front of us, and it's live action, and it's this beautiful blonde, busty lady, and then
Okay, I'm picturing.
Just in front of the TV, they're facing towards the TV. You're kind of from behind it. You see a very polygoned. Lizard.
A 1999 level lizard.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a 3D printed in 1999 like lizard.
Oh, it's not 3D printed. It is like
Lizard
it is the in-game graphics.
Just
in front of.
And it's like the foreground, like the depth perception is really fucked up, where it looks like it's just like on the screen when you're like looking at your TV.
He's barely smoother than origami.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a place with lizards, you might be like, get that lizard off the screen. I can't see the video game.
So this one sold the most out of all of them. Maybe it was.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Agent Extra had some impact on that, or maybe it's just 1999 and people
Double
have
extra,
video.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, maybe it's 1999 and people have video game systems at this point too.
Yeah.
Well,
it's the third game in a series. Maybe 1 and 2 were relatively successful, so it's like
sequels set a trend up.
Yeah.
In video games, not movies.
Yeah,
It depends on the movie, but
I rented.
Looking
it
at you, Avengers Endgame and Star Wars and a bunch of other ones, I guess.
Yeah, probably others.
I don't know if Avengers ever beat Avatar. It was close.
Titanic 2, never as popular as the first one.
No, there's two. There are two Titanic 2s though.
Titanic 2, just where they're like picking up the wreckage.
No, I've seen Titanic 2. It's even stupider. It's like somebody wrote a very brief script where a big chunk of like a Greenland glacier collapses into the ocean and sends a tsunami across the world, and there's a bunch of people on a ship that's just called the Titanic 2, and they're like, we did it again.
What are you talking about?
Yeah,
this is not a real thing.
It is absolutely a real
I'm going to kill everybody in Hollywood.
It is made. It's made by like the Asylum, basically.
Peter, I should have known
This
you
is
were gonna
insane.
shine on the pop culture episode.
Yeah. Because that is insane. One of my favorite jokes / wholesome thoughts is that when the Titanic sank, all the lobsters on board got a second shot.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
They're just in their tanks. They're like, oh shit, everything's underwater now.
Yeah, they can just like live inside of like some rich people.
Yeah, they could definitely live a lobster. Actually, lobsters can live indefinitely. Certain lobsters
From what
can.
I understand.
So that's it. From what science understands.
How
And I
quickly do
understand
predators like start to inhabit the Titanic though, or is it like a haven for lobsters?
So I know they ballasted like most of the doors where like they like automatically sealed shut.
You gotta keep the Irish down there.
Yeah, exactly. Dark, but you're not wrong. Yeah. So like they got free, but there's half a chance that they got free and they were completely trapped. But like probably the kitchens were like higher up where the serving would actually happen, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they were like actually free.
What if the pressure was too great for the lobsters though? Like I don't know how deep they can live.
I would have thought maybe too cold. I don't know if they live in the North Atlantic like that, but they live off the coast of Newfoundland and Nova Scotia. So
Yeah.
But that's like out of the pan into the nature. Like there's gonna be something that just eats
out of the lobster tank into the Atlantic Ocean,
it's
as they say.
It's a bunch of like unskilled millennial lobsters who don't live in the ocean.
Yeah.
They drowned with a bunch of avocado
Yeah,
toast.
they all drowned. All these domesticated lobsters all drown with the Titanic sink.
These unskilled, unskilleted fish.
That's it. They knew how to host a podcast, but that's about it. Honestly,
Useless otherwise.
Oh man.
sounds like someone I know.
So
I can't get these fucking elastic bands off my hands, guys.
Can't answer my phone.
Much as the Titanic 2 writers retreated to their homes, Gex retreated back to his home in Maui, which was looked after by his newly hired butler. I said that.
The Tortoise.
The Tortoise. Agent Extra contacts him through the TV and says that Emperor Rez kidnapped her. So really beautiful lady kidnapped by the cyber lizard.
Classic video game setup. Lizard steals lady.
Yep.
Cyber lizard steal something.
Well, yeah.
Gex uses a secret entrance to the media dimension that he calls the Gex Cave.
Oh.
And he has
I want to
don't
visit
wanna
your
see
Gex
that.
cave later.
he has a butler named Alfred, and
Bunch
he
of
has
pictures of Tom
Okay.
Brady's son.
yeah.
My Gex cave. Just ignore those. It's like showing it to Alfred for the first time. You could just ignore those.
Clean around them.
Yeah. Of course so.
1999 gifs of him with a long kiss on
Yeah,
the side. All right. So Gex, we're already at the middle part where he just navigates through all the channels. This time they are Holiday Mystery, Ancient Egyptian, Army, Western.
Army. The Army channel.
Well, there's a military channel.
Is there?
Yeah, it's like Discovery, but all the shows are just about like
God bless America.
military
man.
hardware.
This morning I was really into like Medal of Honor stories of like these guys who have like one arm blown off and then like kill like 20 people with one hand
There
left
was
and
there was
stuff
a
like that.
an Ask Reddit today, which was like
That's what I was reading.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, of like what are
The most badass person of all time.
Yeah, there's this one guy who like stabbed a knife in the ground and said like the Japanese are not passing this point.
Was it Japanese? I think it was the Chinese.
No, it's Japanese.
Oh, it was the
I-
Chinese.
I-
You're right,
I
you're
opened his
right,
wiki
you're right,
page
you're
and I
right,
read
right,
it.
Yeah.
Like, and then
I was reading in the car today.
yeah, he was an Indian. He was an Indian soldier. There's like a name for it. They use like those forward curved blades.
Yeah.
That,
Oh yeah,
and they're like just so
The
badass. Like
Gurks
there's
yeah.
a story of them like saying like, "Oh, we're gonna drop you behind enemy lines," and the captain looks out the window of the plane and says, "You'll need to bring the plane lower." And they're like, "No, we don't want to be in missile range." But the captain thought they were just jumping out of the plane without parachutes. To go. Like he's just like, "Yeah, it's not a problem. Just bring the plane lower."
traveling. Is that like bravery, or is that just not understanding how fast a plane moves? Though,
just tuck and roll.
yeah, tuck and roll at 600 miles an hour.
Anyways, this guy he captured. So they're coming at them. There's like 300 people coming at them.
This is still Gex, right?
No, this is
This is the military episode or military level of Gex.
throws a grenade back, throws another grenade back into his trench. 2 grenades come in, he throws it back. Third one throws back, blows up his right hand and like injures his face and leg and arm very badly. He starts loading his rifle with his left hand only and shoots. There's 300 people. He killed at least 40 of them with only one arm, saying like, "You will not pass this knife." He stabbed in the ground.
Shit.
Yeah. And then there
It was 31. That's
Okay.
the Gurkhas, and his name is Lakiman Gurung.
Yeah.
And it was in Burma, now Myanmar.
Myanmar.
But I
yeah.
guess he was an Indian
And it
from
was-
the wiki page.
Yeah, it was insane. Another one that I read, there was a guy who just like he shot off a bunch of people and then he was about to die and they left him like already he's a huge hero and he picked up a bazooka because like they couldn't get into this people across from him, picked up a bazooka, opens up the way for everyone to get in. He kills a bunch of people. He gets hurt so badly that he says, "Don't carry me back. I don't want to take 2 people out." So then they give him a soldier's pistol and lean him up against a tree. 8 shots. They found him later with 8 people
bodies.
dead around him and he died against the tree. So like made every shot count.
That's fucking awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like
That's why Gex 3 sold fucking 6
Yeah,
yeah, Jesus.
It featured all these stories in the military
So
level.
that's
an army.
Army.
Yeah,
that's Army
it.
Channel.
In Gex, you're the 9th soldier who ends up killing him against the tree.
Very somber.
It's just so nonchalant. You move to the next room.
That's it. You run up. You're like, "Ha! You're out of ammo, fool!" Pate.
Okay, so
you like spout off some like witty quip that's like from some other show. Like,
Hasta la vista, baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
Stupid.
So we'll go on with the rest of the channels, I guess. Army, Western, Pirate, Greek mythology, fairy tale, anime, Mafia.
There's an anime channel.
Yeah.
Oh shit! There's a weeb channel. Come on.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Features JoJo. Fucking
Ugh.
do the Akira slide in it. Like,
Gex turns into that big melting baby at the end.
yeah.
Then after anime, they had to toughen it up a bit.
Extra, help me.
Yeah.
They put Mafia after anime because they got to toughen up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
where you
God.
find. That's where you find Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then superhero, where you find the beer drinking dog.
Yeah.
Oh, naturally. Yeah, naturally.
Vince
Yeah.
McKenzie.
Yeah. And after that, last but not least, Channel Z that has Resopolis.
This does sound like a much longer game. There's a hell of a lot more levels.
Yeah, it's the third one.
Yeah.
And,
Again, I think especially like in the 90s. Video games were kind of trending that way because they were like, we realize we have like the memory and the storage capacity to make longer games, and like people are interested in them, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Whereas now they're like, we've kind of plateaued, I guess.
Memory as
where
well.
it's like now you build a game based on how long you want it to be, which is fine. As somebody who like finds themselves with much less free time. A shorter game is very appealing to me, where I'm just like, something with a good story that I could just crank out in a couple hours.
Is good to me.
Like,
just
exactly.
How much memory can you fit on a portable thing in 1995 versus 1999? Too?
Much.
Yeah, exactly.
Much.
Yeah, he goes through
the Gex
all
season pass to get the Mafia level.
He goes through all those channels, and after that, he goes to an enormous space station above Earth. So unlike he gets all the things in the media dimension. Then he actually has to go to real moon, or real space station above Earth.
Oh, okay.
And he battles Rez in real life. And unlike the previous 2 times, Emperor Rez does not transform into a ball of energy. Instead, he explodes into several pieces, possibly meaning that he is truly dead.
Officially the last installment.
Just to tie it all up, Gex is last seen in a hotel room, as the last game he finished in a hotel room with a game with Agent Extra, who's telling him about her time in the media dimension.
Wait, now is Extra spelled with 3 X's or like?
No, it's just XTRA.
Okay.
That's too bad. Actually.
That is a bit extra, honestly.
Yeah. Well, the E would be extra.
Oh yeah.
Alfred contacts Gex.
That's a bit intra.
Sure. Alfred contacts Gex saying there's an emergency. However, Gex disconnects the computer and ignores him and gets it on with a real life lady, I guess. And that's the end of Gex, and that's where it ended.
So it ends with a lizard fucking a woman.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. He learned a lot on the anime channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Gex, guys. What do you think?
I
good
think
fun.
It's hilarious. I'm sad that I missed out on that as a child because it's fucking wild.
I don't know if they've remastered it or anything. I don't think they've remastered it, but maybe you can get it on like PS Now or something like that. I don't know.
Square
Oh
Enix.
yeah, like I can't wait for the.
Get at me.
Yeah, like what would it be like? The Gex SD version where he's like on a tube TV or something like that. Where you get the SD trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. That's it. If you want to find me on the internet, you can find me at JAYMILK64 on Steam. That's where I'm plugging today.
Sure.
What? I'm at Pete O'Donohue on Twitter and at Loreboys Podcast on the Instagram. Come check out my pets and my drawings.
Hey guys, leave us a review on iTunes if you like the show.
Yes.
Or
the podcast service of your choice.
Tell your friends if you like the show. Leave a review somewhere else if you like the show. iTunes does help more than other ones, but anything helps. Tell your friends. Leave a review on Amazon for us. Create a product category for us, and then leave a review on it.
That's a good idea.
Saying we're great. You can find me at Ethan the Deadman. You can find Lore Boys at Lore Boys on Twitter. Tweet at us. Tweet your criticisms, your corrections, your friendly remarks, your requests for new episodes, all that stuff. We do have a Discord. The link's online. You can find it.
This episode's a request, actually.
This episode was a request. I was scrolling through our Discord for a while there. I wasn't ignoring you guys. I was looking for who requested this. I want to say Woody, but it might not have been Woody. I don't know. Somebody requested this episode from us, and we've forgotten who because it was like a month ago that they requested it.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that we're putting him on the back burner, but we did Woody's Armored Core last week, and we had the Extra Life, I guess, last week, and Armored Core was 2
and we
weeks
did more
ago.
Mass Effect as well. The issue is it's not like it's slow, it's just the fact that like 4 requests does take a month.
Well, yeah, we got lots of requests, and we want to hear more. So crunch at us if you got them sitting out there.
I'm tired of thinking, so you do it for me, and I'll write your show for you.
We do have a Patreon. Just search the Lore Boys on Patreon. You'll find us. There's lots of tiers for any amount that you guys can help. It's as low as $3 a month. If you could afford it, we super appreciate it. Helps us cover a bit of cost because we do this purely for fun, and it's like a nice thing to not have to worry about having to pay the bill at the end of every month. With mics and subscriptions and all that other stuff. Anybody who likes the show and doesn't trust Patreon, we always have offered Lore Boys Premium, which is just kind of the Wild West of Patreon subscriptions, I guess.
We're the last frontier, really. We're the Deadwood of subscription services.
Yeah. So for this month or this week on Patreon on Lore Boys Premium, we are offering a pretty special offer. So originally we were going to have 2 offers, both at the same price, both priced at $22.42 each. One of them was the opportunity to go on a date with a hot, busty babe. Turns out we can't get a hot busty babe to talk to us really, so that's not going to happen. But we do. The other offer was a date with a lizard. So we'll buy a lizard. If you subscribe, we'll buy you a lizard to go on a date with, to take out on a date.
As long as you end up in a hotel room and hang out the phone on us at the end.
You do. No, yeah. So you do. Have to pay for the hotel room, which is your own cost. But you could do it. You could just like create a mock hotel room in your own apartment or house or wherever, and you could do it there. The lizard won't care.
Lizards aren't that busy. They're surprisingly easy to schedule around.
And to Jamie's point, Jamie is pretty insistent that he wants you to hang up the phone whenever you're done. I want you to leave the phone off the hook. I want you to put the phone down. I want to hear all those good sounds, whatever you're going to be doing.
Dirty lizard noises.
Nice. If you're going to
toys.
Yeah, toys. If you're going to be playing some video games, if you're going to be playing some pandemonium in your hotel room, by all means, I want to hear all the pandemonium sounds.
Yep.
And I guess that constitutes a Lore Boys.
Oh.